welcome back to Essential News for Friday the 19th of February. Now, what would make the Mr World New Zealand want to help out a 6-year-old girl with type 1 diabetes? Well, Mr World New Zealand Arnold Detroit and a former Miss New Zealand, Maureen Waaka, are joining me today to tell me about a fundraising event. It is the Better World for Special Needs Children, Masculinity with a Mission. It's a fundraising event and a fashion show, and they're joining me today to tell me all about it. Welcome to the show, both of you.
Good morning.
Now, Arnold, Mr World New Zealand, tell me about this 6-year-old girl that you're helping out.
Well, the 6-year-old girl we're actually helping out for the show we're having, she's got diabetes 1 and she needs to get injections every 10 to 12 minutes each day. Now, the fundraising event we have, the installation of this community costing $10,000, will be helping her to not have the injections every day from 10 to 12 times, and she'll be having a normal lifestyle.
Oh, fantastic. So how often would she have to be having injections?
Between 10 to 12 times a day.
Rather than so often, which is fantastic. And I think it's a great event to have. Why is it so good to have a fundraising event like this as a fashion show to raise money?
I think it profiles not only the fact that this beauty pageant is different to others, that it actually has a charity associated with it, and that's worldwide as well. In New Zealand, it focuses on the insulin pumps provision because government doesn't fund it, and so it picks up on that. And over the years, it's $1 billion sterling has been raised through these charities to assist our communities. I think that's great. Putting that aside, beside the fashion show brings out that extra X factor expertise and showcasing so that people can actually own Arnold, if you can understand my meaning of own, as a Mr World New Zealand, and they can carry that interest on into the international contest. Because sometimes we find out that we've got a Mr or a Miss or a Mrs, whatever pageant it might be, and we don't hear anything else. And they need, as a competitor in the past and a contestant in the past, we do need that support from community as well.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, before I found out about this interview, I didn't realise that there was a Mr World New Zealand, and it's quite nice to know that you're not just a pretty face, you're actually doing something.
Yeah, it's hard work, but I really enjoy it, and it's a really good feeling to actually go out in the public and people can actually see what we really are doing, and not just trying to appear on TV and the newspapers. That we are out there for a good cause and really help children that's got diabetes, and that's our aim this year to target for. And
I know because both you and Miss New Zealand are actually involved in this fashion show.
Yes,
so
we are.
What will you be doing?
Well, she'll be coming down on the 27th, the morning for the show. We'll pick up. She's the Miss New Zealand from 2009, and she'll be helping us attending the show with the fashion show that's going to be coming up, so there's going to be a lot of good highlights for the show that night. Yeah,
it's going to be fantastic, and it'll be quite good to actually get that out there again. I mean, I think fashion shows and pageants, Mr and Mrs World New Zealand, they've sort of gone away a bit, haven't they?
Yeah, that's because sponsorship was the main part of it, and that there was a negative side that was sort of put on by different sectors about beauty pageants, and that they were just a meat and a flesh show. In actual fact, this does prove that there are other reasons for pageants, and that good can be done in the community. The other is, I think that it actually allows people who have good looks and expertise and have the ability to personify that elegance and that masculinity and be a part of the rest of the picture, the world with a good look. I mean, where do these film stars come from? Hello? You know, so we have to recognize that that's something that's as much an achievement as an academic one, and we need to recognize that and celebrate it, and that's what these pageants do.
Yeah, definitely. And I'm quite excited for this because it's going to be fun to see, you know, you guys up there and doing your bits and pieces. Tell me about some of the designers, some of the labels that are going to be helping out.
We've got some really good sponsors in Hamilton. Helen Steins, that's doing all the outfits for the males, and then quite a few up in Auckland as well for the girls that's coming down. So they've got their own special designers coming down.
Oh, wicked. And will we be seeing you in the show?
Yes, I'll be up in the show because I'll actually have all my clothes for the Mr World Finals for Korea coming up. So I'll be doing some of my own outfits for that night. Which
is fantastic. You can test the crowd and see what the reaction is,
yes,
so you can be all prepared. And I know it's $10,000, isn't it, that you need for the insulin pump. I mean, you're pretty confident you're going to get that money?
Oh, I'm sure, because the community themselves are well aware of the needs of children. They also will buy into, I'm sure, the support that is needed for the pageants that are coming through, Mr. World, Miss World and Mrs. World. Pageants are something that put us on the international stage, and I think that's another part of economic investment that this country should have. It's not just about pipes and other things that come out, commodities and utilities. It's also about the people of this country, and we have got a wide range of cultures in New Zealand, and it comes up with some very wonderful results and beautiful look in our people.
No, it is gorgeous. And I know, just quickly, it is happening next weekend?
Next weekend, the 27th, at Boys High. It starts at 7 p.m.
And tickets at the door?
Yes, tickets will be sold at the door. We'll have tickets to sell for adults $20 and kids will be $10, and then we've got for students there will be special prizes for those ones as well.
Awesome. Thank you both of you for joining me today. Arnold and Maureen, taking a look at a mission fundraising event and fashion show happening at Boys High next weekend. Make sure you get your tickets at the door at Hamilton Boys High. Right, after the break we're finding out more about the Kiwi Festival.